Hey guys, welcome back to the Sly Collection. We're now starting Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. I know I said I was going to wait until Sly 2 finishes, but I've been bored waiting for him to upload. So we'll start it now. This is the last in the trilogy and the last game that Sucker Punch did before, they quit on Sly. I haven't really looked up why, but yeah, they probably got bored of it or something, or ran out of ideas. And Sanzaru Games did Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, which isn't as good as this one in my opinion, but I still like I did still like Sly 4. That's not how guards usually are in the games. They usually just disappear in a puff of smoke. I don't know why it freezes there for a few seconds. Now that's how guards usually are. This is my all-time favourite Sly game.
This is it, Sly. The gang's assembled and are in position to help you get up to that vault. For the rest of the operation, you are the ball.
Roger, Bentley. I'm starting my approach. Getting over these fortress walls shouldn't be a problem. Look, we're running 5 by 5 here. Make sure everyone's in sync.
I hear that. Artillery, sure you can make that shot?
I endeavor not to miss.
Excellent. Radio control.
In position.
Recovery team.
On pump!
Submersibles.
Showtime, baby.
Telekinetics. All right, it's the crime of the century and the ball's in motion.
Yep, as you can see, there are more, what's it called? More people that join the Cooper gang in this game. So that's good. This, you can see there's a little glitch here, where Sly came from when he ended up on here is completely vanished. Yep. So what you do is, go over here. I won't ruin who the people will be that join the gang, but if you heard the heard 3 of their voices, you know who they are from previous Sly games. And yeah, something happened to Murray, but I won't ruin what actually happened. But the other 2 are from well, I won't ruin which games, but yeah, they're from the 2 previous games.
Agent Heartthrob, take up position for a Yank 86. Over.
I've got a visual.
The ball has stopped rolling. We've got an obstruction.
I'm on it.
You can hear that girl replaces one of Bentley's abilities he had in the second game,
Over.
which is his having his RC chopper.
Agent
And she has one.
Rep for timber.
Higher.
Let her rip, old rock. Ball's in position.
Yeah, as you can see, you have no idea what actually happened there, but
Over.
later on in the game you'll find out what that attack was actually, it was.
Ball requesting door via Agent Monarch. Over.
Launching. Stand clear.
I've got visual confirmation on the door. Nice shooting. Be advised, Ball is nearing the lab. Agent Team 6, you ready?
Spear gun loaded.
Just like the previous two games, this levels here is like a tutorial level. Just shows you just reminds you how to do things that you did in the second and first games.
First is down.
I'm reading both force fields down. Strong work, Team 6.
Every time.
You can easily tell who that actually is, and even by his voice. But if people who haven't seen the second game, you won't know who that is, so I won't.
How's your
We'll ruin it
Very well, Dr. M. Thank you for asking.
for those people. What the hell?
son? What's his name? Mike?
Mark, sir. He's well too, yeah?
He just stays there through the whole mission. Never goes away.
Seen them again.
You can walk around here. Don't worry, those laces will disappear.
Drink at lunch. Sorry, Richards, but I don't tolerate poor performance. You should have changed the security code from 1, 2, 3 after you installed the new system.
I'll improve, I swear.
No, you'll die any second now.
What an asshole. He has a son and a family.
Yes, water leaking into the lab. I'm on my way down. Oh, and get a janitor for the lab elevator. Richards got sloppy.
He's a real asshole. You'll find out who he is later on in the game.
Flyers, I'm en route to your position for the loot haul. Over.
Okay, this part, right. Okay, once we jump up there, alarms will go off. There's no way to avoid that. It will always go off, no matter what you do. So now you gotta put in the security code to turn off everything. This is a more updated way of breaking into vaults from the second game. There are no vaults or clue bottles in this game. It all got replaced with something else. As you can see, it's impossible to open that with anything but the cane.
Cooper! You must be Sly Cooper, the new keeper of the cane. Oh, how I long for this.
This vault belongs to the Cooper family. You're trespassing.
No, my naive boy, you're trespassing. I've got the deed to this island. This fortress is mine. Everything here is mine, which now includes the key to the vault. Hand over that cane.
Sorry, pal. Family heirloom. Buy a knockoff at the gift shop.
Quick, let's regroup with the others. Follow me.
As you can see, Bentley is now in a wheelchair after what happened at the end of the second game.
Our treasure is mine. It's mine.
No, we don't actually go. We don't actually go up there. Somehow, yeah, the level changes its layout. These lasers don't hurt ya, no matter, even if you go into them.
We don't have much time.
Okay, weird. I'll just check if he's still there. No, he's gone. Okay.
The tunnel's gonna go. Hurry!
All the electricity's gone from here. I think that pipe that fell down in the water part
We're almost home free.
shut everything off. see, Bentley isn't the RC expert
There's
anymore.
no escape, Cooper.
He's only the demolition expert now. And we gotta keep whacking this ape dude. Until he lets go Bentley.
I can't let you leave.
And his wheelchair has vanished.
It's not working! Save yourself!
If he wants to eat this!
Could have really fixed the cutscenes.
Sly! No! Hold on, Sly! Hold on!
Oh, I know he's like gonna die.
It was like they always say. Your life really does flash before your eyes. There it all was, stretching back to my childhood. Born into a family of master thieves that went back for generations, I was next in line to continue the Cooper name. But fate had different plans. I was robbed of my childhood when a ruthless gang attacked our home.
It was the Fiendish Five from the first game.
The orphanage I landed in wasn't all bad. It was there that I met my lifelong friends. Bentley, he's always been the thinker. And Murray, he's the doer. We'd stuck together over the years, and our skill, our confidence, and our thieving reputation grew stronger with each heist. We thought that the good times would never end, and that our luck would never run out. Which only made things tougher when the odds finally caught up with us. Then I met this guy, McSweeney, who claimed to have run with my father's crew back in their heyday. They pulled jobs all over the world and amassed quite a collection of priceless items. It was then that McSweeney told me all about the Cooper Vault. It seemed that my father, like all my ancestors, had been hiding their wealth in a secret place for generations, each one adding to the treasure hidden behind a door that, if McSweeney's story is true, only a Cooper can open. Using some
McSweeney's
well-placed
the
clues provided by McSweeney, we set out for the secret island.
muscle for
On arrival,
for
we discovered
Sly's
someone
dad's
by the
gang.
name of Dr. M had already set up shop. From the looks of it, he'd been trying to crack the thing for years, growing steadily more frustrated in his failures and more paranoid as the decades rolled by. He built himself a fortress with security as tight as Fort Knox. Getting inside the place would take precision, creativity, and moreover, it would take an army of world-class thieves. Finding and bringing together that much talent won't be easy, but to get inside the Cooper Vault and collect my inheritance, I was willing to pay the price.
That's where all those other guys come in. Now after that, it was like this part here is like time you time travel back before the event of the Cooper Vault story part, which is the beginning of the end. So now we go back in time before all that happened and get the other people to join our gang. This hazard room is like a tutorial area where you relearn all the old stuff from the previous games, and now you can play 2-player in this game as well. It's like cops and robbers. One guy plays Sly, the other player plays as Cum Leader, and you got Cum Leader has to try and shoot Sly, get all his health down, and the other player has to run away from her or him. But we got a hazard room.
If we're gonna make it to the Cooper Vault, we'll need to perfect our thieving skills. I've rigged this place to push us to our limits.
I'm guessing these levers start the different trainers.
That's right. Each will initiate a streamlined crash course in grand larceny. I'll head for the control room, and we'll get things started.
Dish it out. I'm ready.
And I said about me doing this while Slide 2 uploads. Yeah, so all Slide 2 will be done before this first party's up.
Okay, all great thieves have one thing in common.
A ton of cash?
No, they never get lost. Use the right analog stick to look around the hazard room. Try to find the Cooper gang marker I'm projecting.
Yeah, you can't move, you gotta use the right stick to get in the middle of the,
Now press down
to find the
on
markers.
paying a waypoint.
That's handy.
I agree. These holographic markers are an invaluable tool for finding your way around in the field. Notice how the logo moves to the destination? Try clicking the L3 button a few more times to get the hang of it.
Yeah, this is a new thing they added. Now there's like this circle thing that goes to the waypoint, so you know which way to go to find it.
I've programmed in a new mission destination. Press L3 to find it. The cool perfect. Now everyone knows that a thief's best friend is a rooftop.
Provided he doesn't break his neck getting up there.
Not a problem for a man with your jumping skills. Hit the X button for a standard jump. Then hit the X button a second time while in the air for an extra high double jump.
I really can't wait for the Slide TV series and I hope it's really successful so they redo the movie, because that's what they say they were gonna do. And they better get Kevin Miller to play Sly to be really pissed off.
All right, Bentley.
Because I got a bit annoyed that
It's very useful to survey guards from the roof.
they
To do
replaced him with Ian James Corlett.
Let me guess.
He wasn't a bad actor as Sly, but
Yep.
yeah, it's not
Find the marker I'm projecting down there.
not the same. No one can beat Kevin Miller
Now look up
as Sly.
at that pillar. I'm projecting another marker.
They do have a trailer for the movie, but it's like a teaser. It only has Sly Bentley Murray on it. Doesn't really show anything of the story. And it was when Rainmaker was doing it, and they
Skills to use, and the remaining
dropped
weapons
off.
should be easy if you ping 'em with the L3 button. and
Yeah, they dropped it after the failure of the Ratchet and Clank movie. I don't know why it was terrible. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Down.
It wasn't a terrible movie. When it was building up to the good parts, it was a little boring, but
Good job, Sly.
Nah.
You made it. You're now
all the
ready to take on the meanest of navigation tasks.
actors all the new characters they put into it were really good. And even the game they released the game that Insomniac released with the movie at the same time the movie came out, that was amazing. I will do that as well after Into the Nexus on PS3.
The Thievius raccoon is.
Heck of a page turner, that book.
Let's see if you remember them all. Check out those small points on that wire. You can land on them light as a feather using your ninja spire jump.
Easy.
Can you hurry up, Bentley?
Circle button.
Exactly.
That noise is starting to annoy me.
Another platform.
I'll try to do those parts really quickly, because that can probably start to annoy you guys too.
How do you feel about tight spaces? Try getting through the small opening in that wall. Hit the circle button when you're
I could,
close to cross the line.
turn the volume down, but then I'll have to turn it back up again after it. Actually, I'll turn down the effects a bit. I'll try that. It's still a little loud. I'll put it down halfway. Eh, still a bit loud, but it is a lot better than how it was.
Grenade.
It's not as annoying, so I'll leave it. Yeah, that's all the jobs done for now.
Let's head outside and get this.
There's more that will unlock through the game. There are a couple more Sly ones. I think there's about a couple Bentley ones and a couple of Murray ones as well. Sly gets the most. Who has the most gadgets and shit. And the abilities. You go through that door to go back to the mission select screen. You have to do that before an Opera of Fear becomes unlocked. And this one we go to Venice. And that's in Italy. It's a new country we go to in the game. In the games. I don't think we've been to Italy before. Hang on. Oh. No, I forgot. We have been to Italy. We went to Paris. On that. Wait. I don't know if France and Italy are in the same place. Sorry if I
Getting inside a
don't know.
vault would take a team of world-class.
Hopefully there are some
A group of specialists.
Italian people that will correct me there.
Their own particular talent. It was clear that we needed Murray back. Not only was I missing a lifelong friend, but his brute strength helped get us out of more than a few scrapes in the past.
They're all Dimitri's guards
When
from the
Bentley
second
was
game.
injured during the whole clockwork affair, Murray blamed himself, eventually leaving the team. We tried to console him, but going out on his own was something he needed to do. He said he had to find his spiritual center. We got word that Murray ended up in the Australian outback, where he studied a mystic art called the Dreamtime from an Aboriginal guru. From all accounts, things went pretty well, and his teacher even sent him on a walkabout to locations all over the globe to complete the training. Latest reports have cited Murray in beautiful Venice, Italy, but what he's doing there is a mystery. I just hope he steers clear of the local mob boss, Octavio.
He's a dog.
Growing up, this guy used to be a real celebrity in the neighborhood. Everyone loved to hear him sing opera, and said he was destined to be the next great tenor. But just as his career started to take off, musical tastes changed. Suddenly, it was all about rock music, and no one wanted to listen to opera anymore. He held on to a few fans, and it was these mobsters that took him into the business. Heading onto this
Look,
guy's
that's
first
gonna
week
fool
of
anyone.
business, but worth it for a chance to make things right with Murray.
Oh yeah, so I'll just tell you now. One of the so Cooper and the gang in an Opera of Fear. Like I was saying, one of the places we're going to is Australia, which is that outback place we saw during the cutscene. Yeah, like I'm Australian, so yeah, I enjoyed that level. And yeah, not all places in Australia are the outback. And yeah, and Aboriginals don't look like that either. I don't even know what the guru, what kind of animal he is. I still haven't worked that out. Now, new thing they've added. These markers above their heads, they tell you that they have they have a mission available for that character. Yeah, now Bentley's in a wheelchair, and he can now he can loot guards. Later on, when you play him, he has this pole, this fishing pole with a magnet attached. You can loot the coins and loot their pockets and stuff. Murray can do it too, but he shakes the stuff out of the guards while he's holding them. Okay, so yeah, we don't have Murray anymore for this start of. We get Murray back during this episode. We also play him for some missions.
Given Murray's criminal past, it seems logical to start our search at the local police station. If he's not already in custody, the cops are sure to have leads on all the crooks in Venice.
Yeah, like in the second game, we have to collect coins to get stuff in ThiefNet. Which, yeah, like in the second game, it'll take a while at the end to get the last of the gadgets from ThiefNet. You don't get a trophy for getting everything from ThiefNet. It's just a few gadgets like the second game had.
That massive dome marks the Venetian police station.
Cops around here really like to make an impression.
I'm afraid it's a losing battle. Don Octavio runs the show in this neighborhood. It's his security forces patrolling the streets, not the cops.
Noted. Huh. Looks like I found my way inside.
Well, that dome is covered in glazed tile. There's no way to climb up there.
Oh, come on, pal. There's always a way.
Yeah, like Bentley said, we don't have to worry about any cops in this episode. It's just Octavio's guards we gotta watch out for. Don't bother trying to get through there. You can't. Oh, crap. This is the. I'll end the part after this mission.
Nice climbing, partner. I've got the blueprints to the vent system in front of me. I should be able to guide you to the jail cell.
We need to check if Murray's been arrested.
Hey, Murray? Is that you?
That name's a stain on my pants, bro. What?
Who's this? Oh, it's Dimitri from the second game.
You've got some fuzzy dice to come round here.
He's still locked up.
Time no punch. See, you're still in jail.
And you still a crack a box.
Let's get past the name calling and get to business.
Looking for main man Murray, eh? Sorry, but I'd rather see you get busted big time. God!
Wait!
This is a new thing that they have in the game. You talk to people. We could threaten him, flattery, or cutting a deal. I'll try flattery, it's not the right one, but it'll be pretty funny to see.
Nature you're so famous for. I always pegged you as the bigger man in these types of situations.
I'm a big man. Big with the payback and the sex appeal. At that end, I control the beat on this track. You're just a dancer.
Cutting a deal is the right option, but I'll do threaten him so you can hear what all the characters say.
Get out to those cops and I'll get thrown in there with you. It'll be a heck of a cage match, and we both know who will win. Or did you forget Paris?
Ooh.
Worth it to see your smug face behind the bars.
If those
I don't think you fail these.
who's gonna break you out of jail?
You might get this cell door open, but the cops would throw down and bust me on the way out. And then I'll get the double sentence. Sweep!
He's right, it'll be tough getting him out of here. I need a plan. Disguise us both as police, then walk out, distract the cop so he can get away, take him with me up to the air vent. The right one is triangle, but I'll still pick the other two options.
Steal a couple of police uniforms. We'll suit up and then just walk out the front door.
Man, I'm a fashion all-star. No way, no how I'm dressing up in polyester pig suit. Something's worse than jail.
Look, I got in here through an air vent. We can both use it to escape.
I can't fit in no vent. You spy my macho frame. I'm packing too much sexy muscle to fit in vent like you stick dudes.
How about I get the cops' attention, then run for it? Once they're all outside shooting at me, you can slip out no problem.
No, that's a plan I can get behind. Dimitri is free, Cooper is cooked. Key for sale is in head lady's office.
Okay, great. This other lock won't be a problem. I should be able to crack it by hand.
Get me out of here, and I'll find Murray. No sweat. Just keep on the down low and out of sight near them coppers, bro. They're a bad bunch of bunnies.
Your attention, police.
Like the
For your predictions, but we're now ready.
now instead of safes and stuff, we crack like
As we
these locks and
now
shit.
that the mysteriously filling with
There are a couple of safes, but
sure, but the effects have been
yeah, they don't have any gadgets and shit in them.
Our sources believe that this man,
Yeah, you
Octavio, is
come later, he's here.
responsible for
Don't go into that guy there. He will
your heart
see ya, and don't get too close to
yet to receive a
the guy sitting down.
house mansion. So we're just going to have to do this.
That's why we're crawling.
Get out there and keep your eyes open.
Yeah, don't go to come later either. You'll fail the mission as well. This is her office.
The neighborhood is filled with the Octavio hoops.
Nice work. Head back to Dimitri's cell and free him. If he's true to his word, we'll be talking to Murray in no time.
Let's get back to business. Now, where was I? Hold tight, boys. The power's on the fritz again. It'll calm down in a few minutes.
Better make sure you're under a desk where the lights come back on.
Yeah, like Bentley said, if you're not under a table when the lights come back on, then somehow everyone sees ya and you fail. So you gotta go slowly, can't rush it.
Come on.
It was fun before, but yeah, now we get seen if we're not under a table. See if I can rush this. Oh, just made it.
Can you really crack this coconut?
Sure, just takes a light touch.
This is a tutorial.
Let's see some shine.
In the other safes that we crack, those green arrows don't
That plump dog.
appear. This is just shows you how to do it.
It'll be tough to crack, but I've seen you open harder locks.
See, when it vibrates like that,
Rotate the left hand
you
stick
do the left stick to the left.
Stop.
You just change. Yep, now change back to right.
Feeling for the vibration.
This is how you do it. When the light goes green there, it means you've did it.
I'll do like I promised,
Yeah, I need to
so you can make your escape.
charge my controller. So I'll do that after this part.
Straightway our password for Murray to find you. Meet at Rialto Bridge. Big Italian landmark.
Okay, guess it's showtime.
That cop's in the front of the door is gone.
Hello, assorted meatheads and lady. Anyone feel like some exercise?
Cooper, grab him, man.
And I'm out.
If she was smart, she could tell that's just a trap to get her to follow him.
You've got some serious nerve showing up in my squad room.
I was concerned we were growing apart.
Then let's spend some quality time together in my interrogation cell.
So forward. What happened to the demure girl I used to know?
She grew up and stopped taking grief from guys like you.
Guys like me? Are you saying I've got some competition for your affection?
You're the only man in my sights right now.
Yeah, she is still mad about what happened at the end of Sly 2. And yeah, they still flirt in this game. It is really funny. At this one, they really show their affection for each other. They kind of get together at the end of this game.
Greetings, Inspector Fox! Man, you're in it again!
Hope that manhole works both ways.
That's right. Head of the sewers like the rat you are.
Yeah, you can see those shock ball things don't affect Murray, and she doesn't follow us in the sewers.
Again.
Of course, Searcher. We are all in need of peace.
You're really whole hog on this Dreamtime stuff, huh?
My mind is clear, like the woodland after a forest fire.
Listen, Murray, we need you back on the team. That thing with Bentley, it wasn't your fault. He doesn't blame you for the wheelchair.
Sorry, Sly. I walk a different path. My guru, in his wisdom, told me to lose myself and not return until the black water ran pure. So here I stay.
You sure he didn't tell you to get lost and not come back until you cleaned out the water filter?
Come on, I'm on a real spirit quest here.
Sorry. Sorry. Tell me everything. I've missed you, pal.
Well, it's a long and awesome story. You got any gum?
I don't understand that part. He wouldn't be able to talk that well with gum in his mouth.
Murray refuses to join the gang until the commitment to his guru has been fulfilled. Whether we like it or not, we've got to deal with Venice's tar problems in order to, as Murray puts it, make the black water run pure. Thanks to Inspector Fox's fine detective work, we already know that Don Octavio is somehow connected. As non-law operatives, we'll be able to tackle the situation in a more head-on fashion. First, we break into Octavio's opera house. If he's hiding anything, we'll find him. We should also keep a close eye on the dog. Some photographic evidence of him connected to the tar might be enough to get the old mobster put away. Of course, meanwhile, I'll monitor local communication frequencies. With some luck, we might pick up some quality intel.
New training challenges are available for Sly and Bentley in the hazard room. Yeah, I'll play these, but not in this part. I'll press square to go there. Alright, this is the end of this part, guys. So, next part, I'll do these new challenges. So see you guys.